My trust in Trump is waning. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a middle class guy from Baltimore County, Maryland. Okay? And yeah, I didn't like what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were doing for the past 4 years. That is the absolute truth. However, so far, with the exception of the illegal alien deportations, I don't really see what Trump has done for me personally. The cost of living is still high. I haven't seen him go after the EPA regulations that are keeping the price of diesel high, which then keeps the cost of everything else in life high because everything's related to transportation in the USA, from farming equipment to the trucks that bring all the goods to the stores and that bring the actual fuel to the fuel stations. These EPA regulations that went in place around the year 2003, 2004 and then have only increased since then. These ultra low sulfur additives and other things that go into diesel fuel have continued to increase, or at least kept the cost of diesel fuel higher in many cases than premium fuel, or at least mid grade. Either way, diesel used to be cheaper than regular unleaded fuel. That hasn't been the case in many, many years. Okay, that's number one. Number two, okay, we got what happened last night, or in the Middle East, I guess, in the morning. These nuclear facilities were bombed, supposedly. Okay, how does that help me? How does that help me, a middle class guy in Baltimore, Maryland? I'd like Trump to answer that. I also want to know why Trump, after he was elected to get the economy going, aka the jobs and the good paying jobs for that matter, one of the first things he does is gets rid of a bunch of federal workers. Okay, thanks, man. It's already hard enough to find a good paying job. Now you're going to put all these extra people looking for jobs in the private sector? Not good. Not good at all. Maybe they should have taken a salary reduction instead of an outright firing or laying off. But after all, people did elect the guy who one of his slogans was "You're fired." Okay. Next on the agenda, um, I'm trying to think. Oh, um, foreign entities are allowed to own properties in the USA. So farmlands, buildings, what else? Single family homes, maybe. So this is one of the biggest problems going on in the USA right now. Other countries actually forbid this, and they have forbidden this for decades. And that is the ability for a corporation or an LLC or whatever, a company, to purchase a single family home, or even a duplex or triplex for that matter. Trump has done nothing to make affordable housing a reality. There's a new housing development happening near where I live. And you know what the minimum cost of these houses are? And these houses are like sardine cans. Yeah, they're new. Yeah, they're 3 stories. But are they affordable? No. They're $500,000. So, okay, the deportations are going to help the affordable housing issue. I'll admit that. But as far as, allowing the BlackRocks and the Vanguards of the world, who, by the way, are funded by the government indirectly through government worker pensions, Trump, what are you doing? Why isn't this a part of your primary agenda? Why are you meddling in the Middle East? I get it. Okay, Israel may or may not have been attacked first. I don't know. I don't know who threw the first punch. But now, if Iran wants to retaliate, they have all the excuses in the world to do so. You threw the first punch. I just hope innocent people don't get caught in the crossfires. That's the one thing I hate about war, is that you got people who are on these airplanes or in their drones, and they're the ones, pressing the buttons and dropping the weapons and firing the missiles, and they're the ones that end up, getting away with it. Innocent people end up getting killed because of what they did. And because here's a question. if you don't believe me, if you think I'm some crazy guy in Baltimore, Maryland, let me ask you this question. Do you know the names of the pilots who dropped these mother of all bombs, these bunker busters? Do you know their names? Nah. Now, if somebody were to do something to the US government, we would know their names the same day. Absolutely. We would know their names the same day they attacked us. As we should. But when our military people attack another country, we don't hear about their names. Oh, okay, the Air Force did it. Well, who's the Air Force? It's made up of people. What are those people's names? Who are the ones that gave the instructions, the orders to do it? I'm not talking about just Trump. I'm talking about the people underneath Trump. What is the chain of command, and who is the one who ultimately pressed the button? Huh? Who is the one that pressed the button? That's what I want to know. As a U.S. tax-paying citizen, that's what I want to know. And until I, get a personal meeting with somebody at the White House so we can discuss these issues, because I'm telling you, I got a laundry list of things that could be accomplished. And one last thing I'll say, because Fox News and all those other ones, they like to, talk about Doge did this and Doge did that, and Elon Musk is the king. Did Doge ever go after the U.S. military industrial complex with all these different contractors, including Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, aka RTX, and what's the other one? General Dynamics and Northrop Grumman? There's a few other ones, but those are the main ones. Did Doge ever check into those contracts, or are we just going to ignore that military spending? Just a question.